Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. My name is Brittany Schmidt here for our afternoon Fastcast to tell you a little bit about what we're working on here in the Action 2 newsroom. Of course, we want to talk weather because it is beautiful outside. But first, I do want to get you to some of the main stories that we're working on today. The first one being here, a grant to study expansion of passenger rail in Wisconsin. This has been a big talker for so many years, really not getting anywhere. But because, we got the draft coming up here in 2025, talks are re-emerging again. The U.S. Department of Transportation announced grants to help study the expansion of passenger rail systems in the U.S. Again, these are grants to study, so nothing set in stone or anything, but the grants include a study here in our area for a passenger rail system line from Milwaukee to Green Bay with stops in Fond du Lac, Oshkosh, and Appleton too. A lot of excitement about this, but we're hearing that it probably wouldn't come to life at least until 2026. But Samantha Cavalli looking into this for us today. Another story, we are following a new bill that might be circulating here shortly. This is a bill pertaining to homelessness here in the state. It's a controversial bill that will likely get some pushback in Madison. It's Assembly Bill 689. So here are the basics. Holly Brantley is digging into this more later on for our shows, but here are the basics from reading the bill. It would fine homeless people $500 or incarcerate them for up to a month. It would withhold grants issued by DOA to homeless assistance organizations until performance requirements are met. And this bill would also create structured camping facilities for the homeless. Several local representatives, including Stephen Banky and Senator Cabral Guevara, helped introduce this bill. So again, Holly Brantley is going to be looking into this, taking a deeper dive into this topic, this proposed bill tonight in our shows, but those are just the basics there for you. Over to a story that I'm working on today. It's actually a Marinette County cold case, 36-year-old cold case. And this revolves a man named David Hunter. He is from Green Bay. He was 32 years old when he was murdered. This happened in 1987. And there you see a photo of David Hunter. It was in the town of Niagara. So the Marinette County Sheriff's Office is hoping for new leads as they drum this up again around this time because it happened. He was last seen in the Pembine area, town of Niagara area, November 14th. His body was found by a hunter about 10 days later near his makeshift camp. He had a tent near a boulder in the woods. A little bit more information. We talked to the sheriff about it. We also looked through old newspaper clippings. So that's what I spent most of my day looking through, old newspaper clippings from 1987 about the investigation, what thought of motive, what was taken, all of these things. So I'll have that story tonight as well. All right, let's get over to, give me a second here. Let's get over to, I want to bring up a sky cam because it is so beautiful outside. There we are. There's the Appleton sky cam. Look at how beautiful it is. And it's December. It is December 8th. And what is the temperature? 52 degrees. Bo, I got to bring you in. You got to talk about this.
It is abnormally warm this time of year. I mean, it feels like fall outside instead of more winter or December weather, to say the least. Temperatures right now for a lot of folks, mid to lower 50s. Currently, Appleton's at 54, Fond du Lac 55 degrees, Sheboygan 57. Very, very warm this time of year. This is about 20 degrees warmer than what we should be at this time of year. But this is only going to happen today. Tonight, our next weather maker will be coming in, or late tonight into tomorrow morning, our next weather maker will be coming in, giving us mainly rain, but also bringing back the cold weather. So for your severe weather outlook, it is still low level, not expecting a widespread event, but it's going to be mainly rain with a wintry mix to the north. But the main threat, I think, is going to be more black ice, because we're going to see temperatures come through, the cold temperatures come back, and with the precipitation we're about to get, that's going to refreeze a lot of the water that we're going to be receiving. So here's the pinpoint predictor. The system continues on moving from Oklahoma up into Missouri, and it's going to impact us by tomorrow morning. Still expected to move directly over us and give us that chance of rain. And then this cold front is going to give us a chance of snow by Saturday night. So a closer look at the pinpoint predictor in our area. We'll start seeing the rain begin around 2 to 3 a.m. tonight into tomorrow morning, starting down in the Fox Valley and moving its way to the northeast. So when you wake up tomorrow, do expect it to be raining for your town. Maybe some towns will be dry briefly, but almost everybody's expected to get rainfall. By the time we hit the noon hour, it will start calming down, and then we're going to start to see temperatures decrease back down to where they should be in the mid-30s, and that is going to cause the snow showers to develop Saturday night into Sunday morning. Still expecting minimal impact from the wet snow just because the ground is so warm, it's going to melt off very quickly. So really the rainfall is what we're expecting. 1/4 of an inch to maybe a 1/2 inch of rain, maybe some areas getting a little bit more. And then take a look at the snowfall threat. Barely anything, 1/2 an inch if you're lucky. So really no concerns there on the snow. Again, I think black ice is going to be the main threat with this system, because you get rain and then you get the cold temperatures, the freezing temperatures to come back. That's going to freeze all the rain that we had just gotten. So Sunday morning, be aware. It's probably going to be a little slippery out there, so take extra time and be aware of black ice. It's very hard to see, and I've already almost tripped this year from black ice, so I'm sure Sunday is going to be the same. And so take it easy on Sunday, and then next week looks to be quiet. So this warm weather is going to be brief. Take advantage of it while you can. Yeah.
All right,
get
good
your Christmas trees, get your
Yeah.
winter decorations up. Do what you can.
Right, especially with no snow, you can put the lights out without it being too cold.
Yeah, I know. Today's ideal to do that. Just do it, folks, before the cold comes back.
All right, thanks so much, Bo. All right, now we're going to go to some of the headlines of the day and some of the stories that we're working on that you'll see in our newscast later on today. All right, starting off at 4 o'clock on the federal front, the president's son, Hunter Biden, has been indicted on 9 counts of federal tax evasion, including 3 felonies. He's accused of failing to pay $1.4 million in taxes from 2016 to 2019. The charges carry a penalty of up to 17 years in prison. Then at 4:30, Jeff Alexander's in for Chris Roth, and Dave Schrader joins him to talk about a potential playoff run for the Packers. What needs to happen, what needs to take place, and what are the chances? So they'll break that all down tonight at 4:30. And then at 5, Tammy Elliott joins us for her story about gift card draining scam. I know a lot about this because it happened to me. My sister sent me a gift card in the mail. I got it, tried to use it. It was one of those Visa gift cards that she just bought from Target, tried to use it. The funds were already drained from it. So she kind of looked into that, taking my story and running with it. And I'm sure there are more people out there who may have fallen victim to it, and what you can kind of do to protect yourself and report it. Definitely report it. And then tonight at 6, Senator Tammy Baldwin with Wisconsin recently announced that some Wisconsin trails will get additional funding. So we will have all of that tonight on Action 2 News in our shows at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks so much for joining us on this beautiful Friday as we head into the weekend. We hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you back here for a Fastcast on Monday afternoon. Until then, have a good one, and we'll return you back to Local News Live.